You've built a life that doesn't hurt you. That's the problem. Every morning you wake up in a bed that's just the right temperature, you reach for your phone before your feet touch the floor, the coffee brews itself, the commute is predictable, the work is manageable, the evening is yours. Nothing burns, nothing cuts, nothing demands more than you're willing to give. And somewhere in that seamless routine, you disappeared. Not dramatically, not suddenly. You didn't collapse or break down. You just became softer, quieter, less sharp. The edges that once defined you started to blur, and you convinced yourself this was progress, this was success, this is what you worked for. But here's what you won't admit. You're bored, deeply, existentially bored, and that boredom is metastasizing into something worse. Resentment, frustration, a vague sense that life is happening somewhere else, to someone else, and you're just watching. The ancient Stoics understood something you've forgotten. They didn't fear discomfort, they feared comfort, because comfort doesn't just make you weak, it makes you invisible to yourself. Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man in the world, slept on a hard floor when he could have slept on silk, not because he was a masochist, because he understood that the moment you stop testing yourself, you stop knowing yourself. You become a theory, an idea of a man, not an actual man. You've optimized your life for ease, and in doing so, you've optimized yourself out of existence. Let me show you how it works. Every time you choose comfort over challenge, you make a small withdrawal from your identity. You tell yourself, I'll do it tomorrow. I'm tired today. I deserve this. And that story sounds reasonable. It sounds kind. It sounds like self-care. But it's a lie, because what you're really saying is, I am the kind of person who quits when things get hard. And your brain believes you. It takes notes, it adjusts, it recalibrates your sense of normal. And slowly, imperceptibly, your threshold for discomfort lowers. What used to be a challenge becomes unbearable. What used to be manageable becomes overwhelming. You become brittle, fragile, easily broken by the smallest friction. This is not a metaphor, this is neuroscience. When you avoid discomfort, your brain literally prunes the neural pathways associated with resilience. Use it or lose it. That's not a motivational slogan, that's biology. Your brain is designed to adapt to the environment you create, and if that environment is soft, predictable, and consequence-free, you become soft, predictable, and consequence-free. B.J. Fogg's research on behavior change reveals something critical. Identity shifts happen at the micro level. Every small action is a vote for the type of person you're becoming. Skip the workout, you're voting for the identity of someone who skips workouts. Stay in bed instead of getting up when the alarm rings, you're voting for someone who doesn't keep promises to themselves. And here's the cruel irony. You think you're being kind to yourself. You think rest and comfort are rewards, but they're not. They're erasure. They're a slow, gentle suffocation of the part of you that's capable of more.
You don't need more comfort. You need more friction. Friction is information. It tells you where you are. It tells you what you're made of. It forces you to respond, to adapt, to prove something to yourself. Without it, you're just coasting. And coasting feels fine until you realize you've been going downhill the entire time. Think about the last time you felt truly alive. Not happy, not comfortable, alive. Chances are it wasn't during a vacation. It wasn't while binge watching a series. It was when you were doing something hard, something that required your full attention, something that made you uncertain whether you'd succeed. That feeling, that's not adrenaline, that's presence. That's the sensation of being fully inside your own life. And you've traded it for Netflix and delivery apps. Musashi wrote that the way of the warrior is death, not literal death, psychological death, the death of the soft self, the self that flinches, the self that negotiates, the self that asks, do I have to? Most men today are negotiating with themselves constantly, Do I really need to work out today? Can I skip this one thing? Does it really matter? And the answer is always the same. It doesn't matter until it does. Until one day you look in the mirror and don't recognize the man looking back. Until your body stops cooperating. Until your mind feels dull and slow. Until your life feels like something that's happening to you instead of something you're creating. Here's the reframe. Comfort is not a reward, it's a drug. And like any drug, it feels good in the moment and destroys you over time. The more you use it, the more you need it. The more you need it, the less capable you become of functioning without it. Discipline, on the other hand, is the opposite. It feels hard in the moment, but it builds something. It compounds. Every time you choose the hard thing, you make the next hard thing slightly easier. Not because the thing changes, because you change. James Clear calls this the aggregation of marginal gains. 1% better every day. But here's what most people miss. 1% better requires 1% harder. You don't improve by doing what's comfortable. You improve by doing what's just beyond your current capacity, by living at the edge of your competence, by making discomfort your baseline. This is not about suffering for suffering's sake. This is about recalibrating your relationship with difficulty. Most men have been conditioned to see discomfort as a sign that something's wrong. But discomfort is not a warning signal. It's a compass. It points toward growth, toward capability, toward the person you're supposed to become. And here's the truth you already know but won't say out loud. The version of you that you respect, the version you imagine when you think about who you want to be, that version lives on the other side of discomfort, always, without exception. You cannot negotiate your way into self-respect. You cannot comfort your way into confidence. You cannot ease your way into mastery. The only path is through friction, through difficulty, through the repeated choice to do what's hard instead of what's easy. Robert Greene teaches that power comes from understanding the laws that govern human behavior, and one of those laws is this: people respect what costs them something. If your life costs you nothing, it's worth nothing, not to others, not to you. Think about the men you admire, the ones who seem to carry themselves differently, who speak with quiet authority, who don't flinch when things get hard. Do you think they got there by choosing comfort, by optimizing for ease, by avoiding difficulty? No, they got there by building a tolerance for discomfort, by making it normal, by refusing to negotiate with the voice that says, "Not today." And that voice is not you. It sounds like you, it uses your tone, it knows your rationalizations, but it's not you. It's the part of you that wants to stay small, safe, comfortable. It's the part that would rather die slowly than live dangerously. You have to stop listening to it. Here's what that looks like in practice. When the alarm goes off, you get up. No negotiation, no 5 more minutes. You get up because you said you would, and your word, even to yourself, especially to yourself, means something. When the workout feels hard, you finish it, not because it's fun, because finishing is the point. Completion is the currency of self-trust. When the conversation feels uncomfortable, you have it anyway, because avoidance is a slow poison. It builds a life where nothing real ever happens. When the project feels overwhelming, you start it anyway, because the doing erases the fear. Action is the antidote to anxiety. These are not grand gestures. They're not heroic. They're small, daily acts of defiance against the gravitational pull of ease. And over time, they build something unshakable, a version of you that doesn't flinch, that doesn't quit, that doesn't need permission or motivation or the perfect conditions, a version of you that simply does what needs to be done and keeps doing it without drama, without excuses, without the constant internal negotiation that exhausts most men before they even start. This is what internal authority looks like. It's not loud, it's not aggressive, it's just uncompromising. It doesn't ask, it doesn't explain, it simply acts. And the world, including the part of you that resists, eventually adjusts. Seneca said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." And he was right. The anticipation of discomfort is almost always worse than the discomfort itself. But you won't know that until you stop avoiding it, until you walk directly toward the thing that makes you uncomfortable and discover that it doesn't kill you, that you're more capable than you thought, that the story you've been telling yourself about what you can handle was fiction. Here's the final truth. Your life is not going to get easier, not in any meaningful way. The world will keep demanding more. Time will keep moving. Responsibilities will accumulate. Your body will age. Your mind will slow. The window of opportunity to become who you're capable of being is closing, not dramatically, just steadily, one comfortable decision at a time. And you can keep choosing ease. You can keep optimizing for comfort. You can keep building a life that doesn't hurt you. But eventually, you'll realize that a life without friction is a life without meaning, without growth, without proof that you were here, that you mattered, that you were more than just someone who existed in the space between birth and death without ever really testing what you were made of. Or you can choose differently. You can choose the harder path, the one that makes you uncertain, the one that forces you to grow, the one that turns you into someone you actually respect, not because it's noble, not because it's virtuous, but because it's the only path that leads anywhere real. And deep down, beneath all the rationalizations and negotiations and comfort-seeking, you already know this. The question is whether you'll act on it or keep pretending that comfort is enough. It's not. It never was.